Hello, happy Tuesday. I am so excited that you're joining me today. This is Wendy Lee and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today we're gonna do a little bit of paper crafting and we're gonna make this one of these great cards featuring some products from the Peony Garden Suite in the new catalog. So let me quickly show you I did it in 3 different colorways. So we've got a white one with the Gray Granite. And then we've got a Gray Granite with putting in a little bit of pop of the Petal Pink. And then I did Gray Granite on Gray Granite and kept it really monotone. Cute, right? So I'm going to show you this today, but let's talk for a moment about the Peony Garden Suite if you haven't seen this. So in your new catalog, hopefully you have a new catalog. Hello, thank you all for joining me today. Yay. So if you don't have a catalog yet, if you've shopped with me in the last 6 months, you should have gotten one from me. If you have not, let me know. And if you want one still, just go ahead and place your order and I will get one out to you. Okay, so this is a gorgeous product suite and I'm just going to use a few products out of it, but I wanted you to see how beautiful it is. It's really, really nice. And when you start getting into this designer paper, it's just really, oh, just gorgeous. And I think my very favorite thing in the suite is going to be these elegant faceted gems. You're going to see me use these a lot, I think, so far. All right, so let me kind of move this out. Oh, this suite is on page 82 and 83 of the catalog if you're looking for it. All right, so first we are going to be using the Prize Peony stamp set. Now this comes in a bundle with and I'm going to look at it, Peony dies. So those are them right there. I'm not actually going to use the dies from this suite or from this bundle today, but I'm bundling it with another. So let me pull that in. So I am actually going to use these dies, and this is the Tasteful Labels dies, and this comes in a bundle with the Tasteful Touches stamp set. So you could choose one of these bundles or any of the bundles in the current catalog this month, for the month of June, when you join my Diamonds team. Yay! It's free. It goes on top of everything else you get in the starter kit. So if you've got any questions about the starter kit and taking advantage of the Stampin' Up! Opportunity and getting your 20% discount on all your shopping, I don't know if your wish list looks like mine, but I have quite a bit of spending to do out of this new catalog. So, okay, so we're going to use these dies and we're going to combine it with this stamp set. So I'm using half of 2 different things. Okay, so let me bring the cards back in and show them to you one more time. So there's this one, and this one, and this one. So I'm going to do a variation on this one today because when I did the white card base, I added another layer of cardstock. So I want to show that to you as well as I go through this. So I'm going to move these aside and we're going to jump in and get started. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad you like the inside, Kate. Yeah, I really think that the inside of the card sometimes can be maybe not as important as the outside, but I think it's important to bring the design to the inside somehow. So just a little strip of paper, a little layer, it just kind of balances the card out a little bit. So I really like this. So, all right, so let's get started. So the first thing I did was I pulled in a piece of the designer paper. So this is the Peony Garden designer paper. And like I said, there are lots of gorgeous prints in this paper. And so I am going to use this side for this. And I'm going to bring in my stitched rectangle dies. Ooh, these are some of my favorites. I use them all the time. So I'm going to pull out the largest and the 4th largest dies. And I am going to nest them together so I have like a frame. I'm going to go put this in my die cutting machine and die cut that. Okay? So with the magic of television, video, whatever you want to call it, Facebook Live, I have my 2 pieces right here. I'm going to use both of those pieces, so I don't want to throw those away. But what's really nice is that now each of them have this really nice stitching detail on the inside and outside. So I hope you guys can see that. Hopefully I'm in the video and I'm actually in the right group. Let's see. I should check that before I get too crazy. Yes, I'm in the group. Perfect. All right, so I will try to watch that and make sure I stay in screen. So, like I said, I'm going to use the Whisper White. So I've got a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 Whisper White cardstock. I'll make sure all these measurements get added to the video after after we're done, so that you guys have everything you need, the supply list, any links that we talk about today will also be there. So I'm going to fold this in half. I did actually pre-score this. I find with the Whisper White, the thick Whisper White, it helps if it's pre-scored for your card bases. All right, bone folder, and give that a nice, good crease, because I want a nice, good card. I'm flipping it over because I had a little bent corner, so that's going to be in the back. I don't want to see it. Granted, I guess I could cover it up, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so what we want to do is glue this frame down. So I am pulling in my new Stampin' seal. Who's excited about this? I am so excited about this. So I just opened it. So let's just jump in together with it. That might be dangerous, but we'll see. So it's got a lid on it. And from what I understand, to change these cartridges, you would squeeze and pull this apart. I'm not going to do that because with my luck, I would break it right here on camera and then we wouldn't be able to use it. So I'm going to skip that part. But it's comfortable to hold in the hand. I do like this this grip down here. That's nice. And it still has your little, I guess you'd call that your non-slip finger grip at the top there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive around my corners here. Oh, this goes on pretty good. Well, I missed a little bit. Okay, not too bad. You don't need a lot of pressure. So that goes down good. Okay, now this paper you need to watch. Some of these prints are directional, which means there's an upside down, right side up, whichever way you want to look at it, direction to the print. So this one, the flowers are facing up. You can see it more in the cutout piece. So I wanted to make sure I didn't have the orientation so that my flowers were facing down. Okay, perfect. So I've got that layer down. Now I'm going to bring in a second print in this pattern, in the pattern pack. Cool, right? And I want to add this in, and this piece is 3 inches by 4 3/8 inches. And I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. So if you guys know me, you know I like lots of layers. I like things popped up. And this one, we'll still be able to drop this one in the mail, even though I'm going a little crazy with all my layers. Maybe not crazy, but I do like all these layers. All right. I should have put another light in here. I'm getting big shadows today. Hopefully you guys can see all right. All right, so that's down. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this layer right on top. And so I've got that layered really nicely. So this way we cut out the center of that and we didn't waste any of this gorgeous paper. So this way I'm going to get a little bit more bang for my buck here. So I'm going to get a few more dimensional dots. It's so hard to choose which side of this paper you want to use because both sides are so nice. That's the case with a lot of our papers. So if you are a fan of designer paper and you didn't already know, I have paper shares that you can reserve your space for right now. There's only one more week to sign up, so if you don't want to miss it, you definitely want to sign up. I'll make sure I put a link to this paper shares as well. I'm doing paper and ribbon shares. All right, so next we're going to add some ribbon. So this is the Gray Granite glimmer ribbon, I think is what it's called. Shimmer ribbon, sorry. And so it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Hopefully you can see that. It's really pretty. And so I've cut off about 12 inches. And I'm just going to lay it across the front and kind of flip it back and forth. So let me kind of see what it looks like if I get it in about thirds. There we go. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive down, where I'm going to cover over it anyway, and lay this down. And I want it a little bit to the right, not centered. All right. Oh, I did pretty good. I got that down pretty nicely. Yay. Okay. Let's set this aside while we do our label. All right. So I've got a scrap of Whisper White, and you saw on the cards, I used the different sentiments and different labels from that die. Let me bring that back in. This one here. So I'm going to use this one right here. So move those back out of the way. So that's why I've got a little bit of a larger piece of paper here. Let's pull out our Gray Granite ink. Make sure I am in screen here. And my sentiment. So I'm using Love and Thanks to a Dear Friend. It's nice, right? Stamp that down. Perfect. Get that out of my way. And then I'm going to go take that to the Big Shot and die cut that out. Okay? So once your label is die cut, see, isn't that nice? It gives it a really cool embossed edge as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. These are going to be some favorite dies as well, I can tell. I have a lot of favorite products if you didn't know that already. So let's put some dimensional dots on here. You could use large ones like I'm using, or you could use the minis if you prefer. I tend to just pull out whatever's closest to me. But I do want a little bit of extra surface coverage on this because of all this ribbon. And I'm offsetting that just a bit. I actually want this offset just a bit more. Nope, I'm gonna leave it. Nope, it's gonna bug me. I'm crooked. Let's see if I can get that a little bit straighter. It's really hard to do on camera, I will tell you. Okay, I'm gonna be happy with that. I'm just gonna leave it alone. All right, so now I want to add a little bit of bling. It doesn't have to have bling, but why not when you have such gorgeous bling? So these elegant faceted gems, I love these. So they do have a little bit of a texture to make that faceted, so they're so shimmery. And so you've got the, I'm going to say this wrong. I think these are kind of a shimmer, kind of a white shimmer, and then this is the Petal Pink, and then these are clear. I'm going to put the pink ones on this. Let's just do that. So pulling out my Take Your Pick tool and using this little gum end here, and I'm going to be able to just slide these off and just put a couple. Oh yeah, I do like the pink on that. That adds a nice little pop of color. Not too much. Whoops, grab that. Oh, I like that. I hope you guys like that. I thought that turned out good. Okay, perfect. Moving that out of the way. So this is really fast and easy to put together. But I think it's stunning because it's got so much rich texture with all the designs and the stitched lines and the layers. So very pretty. Okay, let's do the inside as well. We don't want to leave our inside naked. So I've got a piece of the designer paper that's 1 inch by 4 3/4. So I chose the same print that I used in the middle there. So we are going to put a little bit of adhesive on that and put this one down. And I'm just kind of eyeballing these 3 sides somewhat, maybe. All right. This stuff is super sticky. So this is not going to be easy to peel up if I need to peel that up. So I like that. It's a little stronger than the snail adhesive. So I'm going to put in, since I went ahead and put Petal Pink on the front here, I'm going to just put a peak of Petal Pink on the inside as well. So this piece is 3 1/4 by 4, nope, I'm going to say that wrong. 3 1/8 by 4 1/2 is what the Petal Pink layer is. All right, and we'll put a little bit of adhesive there. Now, they say you don't have to check mark this, but you know what? I've been using my leftover Fast Fuse for so long now, I don't know if I can stop that motion. All right, awesome. And then I've got a die cut rectangle. So I used of Whisper White. So I used in my shapes here, I used the 3rd largest. I think that's right. Yeah, 3rd largest to die cut this piece of white. And I'm going to adhere that there. But I want to go ahead and add a sentiment to this one as well. So let's pull back out our Gray Granite ink. And, well, I thought I had it. There it is. So we put love and thanks to a dear friend, and then on the inside I'm going to put your sweet friendship refreshes the soul. How nice is that, right? Wouldn't this be great to send out to someone now? Like today, tomorrow, next day? Yes. I would love to get a card like this. How do I like the tape runner? Amelia, I love it actually so far. I mean, I'm just now using it for the first time, but it seems easy to use. I'm not having any problems with it. It's nice and sticky, like really sticky. Like sticky. I like it. Now I haven't tried the Seal Plus yet, just the Seal. So cute, right? So just a little peek of the pink on the inside that kind of takes the pink from the outside. Love it, love it. Okay, so if your card does this and that drives you nuts, run your bone folder back over that fold again. Better? Now it doesn't flip out so much. So, all right, so let me show you those cards again. So this is the version I just did. And then here's the one I had earlier. So I used a different pattern in there and then used the shimmery dots on that one. And then I did a Gray Granite and Petal Pink version. And then I did a Gray Granite, and so you can see that little print in there. I think it's lots of fun. Now this one I tied a bow on. If you were gonna pop this in the mail, it might be a little bit chunky, so you might, because this ribbon is kind of a stiffer ribbon, I would say. It's beautiful. It's got a nice slick sheen to it, but it is not one of our softer ones to tie a bow with. So it is a bit chunky. So that might cause you a little trouble when you're mailing it. So, but you could get a really nice effect just by looping that ribbon back and forth. And I think it still gives it a really nice finishing touch to it. So awesome. Yay. All right. So if you guys love new techniques, fun folds, lots of layers, I'd love for you to join me in my Forget-Me-Not club. I have a card club, and it is a subscription program. And we make lots and lots of great projects similar to these, and sometimes a little more involved than these. And yeah, I'll leave the link for that as well in case you are interested in it or have any more questions. All right, I think that's it for me today. If you've got any questions, I'll make sure I go back through the comments and make sure that I've answered all your questions if you had any, and the links to all the products I've used so you can add them to your shopping list, and the cut dimensions so you can recreate today's cards. Again, I'll pull them back in so you can see them one more time. Great. Thanks so much and have a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys next Tuesday. Bye-bye.